Hello, fourth graders. Today we're going to be continuing our work on rounding numbers. And this time we're going to be looking at rounding multi-digit numbers to any place value. Before we were focusing on just the thousands point, and we've already practiced with the tens and the hundreds. So this time you might be asked to round to any one of these place values. Okay? So if you forgot what place values are, make sure you draw your place value chart and start to write your numbers in from the right side to the left. So an example is if I have 263,521, I'll start from the right side. So that's going to be 1, 2, 5, comma, 3, 6, and 2. So then now I can see where all my place values are, and I know that if I'm asked to round to the nearest 10,000, I know this is my 10,000 spot, so then I would look next door. If I'm rounding to the nearest 100,000, I'm going to look at the 100,000, look next door. But also we're focusing on using the vertical number line for rounding. So we got to focus on not only knowing how to check our work using our chant, but also drawing the figure with the vertical number line, okay? Let's get started. So we're going to take our first example. And here we are asked to use a vertical number line to round 5 and 6 digit numbers to the nearest 10,000. Well, since now we know what our 10,000 is, we're going to look here. I'm going to underline that if you forgot what it was, make a place value chart. So the question is, how many 10,000s are in 72,744? Well, there are 7 10,000s. So 10,000s. So then that means that our bottom line is going to be 7 10,000s, which is 70,000. Now, what is one more 10,000? Well, then that would be 8 10,000s, so then that would be 80,000. Now, we got to think, what is exactly in the middle between 7,000 and 8,000? Well, if we're going up by thousands, because this whole gap is 1,000, we can go up by, or this whole gap is 10,000s, I'm sorry. We can go up by 1,000, so 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, so that's 7,000 or 75,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, and then 10. Oh, so this is 80,000, and our midway is 75,000. Now we can plot 72,744. Well, this is 70,000, 71, 72,000, so it'd be just about here. So it'll be 72,744. Now, where is it closest to? Is it closest to all the way up here to 80,000? Well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 7,000 more to get there. So, while only going down here, I only have 1, 2. So, rounding, so 72,744 is about 72,000. Okay, so remember, when you plot it on a vertical number line, look for how far it is from your endpoints. All right. Now, we're going to look at another example. This one I want you to try on your own. So here is the example. And first, I want you to think about, right now we're rounding to the nearest 100,000. So we have our 100,000. So first one is, how many 100,000s are there? Well, there are blank 100,000s. Then what is one more 100,000? That would be blank. 3. What is the midpoint? Okay. So pause the video, give yourself some time to try it out, and then press play when you're ready. All right. Hope you guys did your best. Remember, if we do our best, we'll always grow. Mistakes are what help us learn. Okay, so how many 100,000s are there? There are 700,000s, so it's 700,000s. So down here is 700,000. What is one more 100,000? Well, if we have 700,000, so it'll be 800,000s. And midway, if it's going up by 100,000 each way, then we can tell that these are going to go up by 10,000. So that's 700, 7,100, 7,200, 7,300, 7,400, 7,500, or 750, I'm sorry, 750,000, 760, 770, 780, 790, and 800,000. So now we're going to put 749,085. Well, that's going to be 710, 720, 730, sorry, 740, and it's not quite 750, so it's still going to be below here. So that's 749,085. Now, we're going to take a look. Where is it closest to? Is it closest to 800,000 or 700,000? Well, here I got 1, 2, 3, 4 marks before 700,000. While going up, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, rounding, it'll go to 700,000. So, this little squiggly equal sign means it's about or estimated to 700,000. All right. How'd you do? Hope you did okay. Hope you did well. If not, please make sure you let me know, and we can definitely work through things together, okay? Then our last one. We're estimating with addition and subtraction. And so when we estimate, we're rounding numbers to help us make a problem a lot easier. So what do I mean by that? Well, we have two big numbers here, and it would really help if we could round it out to a certain number. Okay? So, if we have it all the way to the 100,000s, we can pick any spot to round it to, and it'll help us with our addition or subtraction, because when we add or subtract with zeros, it makes it a lot easier. So, we're going to try to round this number to the 100,000s. Okay, so we could use a vertical number line, but for this one I kind of want to use a chant for just to make it a little bit quicker. But if you need the vertical number line, you can. If it doesn't say to use a vertical number line, you can choose whichever method to round, but you got to make sure you show your work, okay? So I find my place, I look next door, that's a 0. So here I'm going to have 500,000 plus here I have 100,000. I look next door, it's a 9. So then I can add one more, so that would be 200,000. So in the end, 505,341 plus 193,841 would be about, or estimated to, 700,000. Now I want to show you something. I'm going to start rounding going this way. So I'm going to keep moving down, and I want you to notice what happens with the number, okay? So this is the 100,000s. I'm going to round to the 10,000s for this one. So now I start with a 0. I look next door, that's a 5. The one on the left will stay the same. The 0 will be added, we'll have one more. So that's about 510,000. Here, I start at the 9, I look at the 3. That's 4 or less. So the 9 will rest, and everything will turn zeros. Now, here, I still get 700,000. Right now, it looks like it's looking to be the same as we move to a smaller unit, but I want you to keep looking at the pattern. See if there's anything that's different every time I move down. Oops, this should be the 10,000s. Here's the thousands. So then now, for this thousands, I'm gonna look next door. That's a 3. So that 5 will stay the same, but these will zero out. For this 3, I look at the 8. That's 5 or more. So the 1 and 9 stay the same. The thousands place gets added 1. Now I can add it up together. So notice how the numbers changed. Depending on where you round, it's gonna get, the numbers will end up changing because you're using different estimates. Okay? Now let's look at the hundreds. What would it look like if I round by the hundreds? So I know it's still 505,000. I'm gonna look next door, that's a 4. So 3 will stay the same. 8, look next door, that's a 4. 8 stays the same. So now I have all these, sorry, I'm not putting the additions. So when I add it up, numbers changing still. Now I got to round to my tens, the last one. So from 4, look next door, that's a 1. So the 4 will not change. And here, the 4 will not change either. So 193,840. And then when I add it up together, the numbers always changed. But now what would happen if I didn't round? How would the numbers look like? So there's a lot more numbers if you don't round because you have less zeros. But this will be the exact answer. So that's the exact answer if we add up our number without rounding. Now look at the differences, okay? What do you notice when we start rounding from the highest value towards when we round to the lowest value? We have 700,000 here, 699,000 here, 699,100, 699,180, and the real answer is 699,182. Okay, that's something to think about, and we're going to use this for discussion later on. So please make sure that, please make sure that you're thinking about it. Look at the pattern here and see how did it make a difference as we move down our place values for rounding, okay? Well, that's it, Jaguars, for this lesson. If you have any questions on your assignment, please don't hesitate to ask, all right? Take care.